Hi, welcome to the channel. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for coming back, and if you're a new subscriber, hey, thanks for watching. Today we're going to be going through a movie, I Am Legend, the theatrical edition. Now this movie came out in 2007 and it stars Will Smith, Alice Braga, Dash Mihok, and it was directed by Francis Lawrence with what I found quite interesting, some vocal work from Mike Patton. From Faith No More and Mr. Bungle, lead singer of those two bands. Didn't know that until yesterday. Now this is the fourth movie based on the Richard Matheson novel of the same name, I Am Legend. The first one came out in 1964 with Vincent Price and was called The Last Man on Earth. The second one was The Omega Man in 1971 with Charlton Heston, a personal classic favourite of mine. And the next one was in the same year as this one, 2007, and it was one of those asylum low-budget cash grabs where they take a big-budget movie and do it really cheaply. But this one had Mark Dacascos. It was actually not too bad. Came out in 2007, about a month before I Am Legend. Now, I will let you know, before I continue any further, there will be spoilers in this. If you haven't seen it, please turn it off, go watch it, then come back. So the plot revolves around Will Smith's character who works for the military and is trying to find a cure for a mutated virus. Now the virus was originally created in order to cure cancer, so there was a good thing behind it. But unfortunately it mutated and it creates Dayseekers. Kills off most people. Some are immune, like Will Smith's character. Some get turned into Dayseekers, which I'll go into in a little bit, but that's the basic plot. So he's literally the last man, as far as he's aware, on Earth, or at least in Manhattan. So I'm going to go through some of the pros of this movie and a couple of the cons. So the pros of the movie: Will Smith. His acting was just phenomenal in this job, in this role. Like, he did a really great job portraying someone who was alone for years, and with the loss of his only companion, the dog, which you can see just there, Sam, the isolation he feels being the last person on possibly the Earth, surrounded by these creatures that are, trying to attack him while he is still searching for a cure for it. It's really awesome work. Like, he's done a phenomenal job, as I mentioned. Really good. Also, as you can see in the poster behind me, the deserted city, like the ruined city, is beautifully shot. Like, it's really work of art. Capturing the ruined island as nature's slowly starting to creep in. You've got weeds sort of breaking through the streets, climbing up buildings, like little touches like that. Really set the time, like, some time has passed. It makes you feel like this is a ruined city. This is a deserted city. No one's taking care of it. It's end of the world type stuff. I really enjoyed that, and some of my favorite films are those types of movies. The Darkseekers. So, as I mentioned, these are the creatures that were turned by the virus. They pretty much have no humanity. They are frightening in a way, and the first scene where you really see them, it is very tense, it's very atmospheric. It's, like I said, it is quite scary. Will Smith's character is going through trying to find Sam the dog, and he comes across the Darkseekers, and they are standing in a huddled circle, breathing heavily, breathing fast, sleeping in the middle of the day, hence why they're Darkseekers. But that really set it up as they're not human, there's something wrong with them. It created a frightening feeling behind it. Now, some of the cons, we'll start off with cons of the Darkseekers. They were primarily CGI. Dash Mihok did do the bodywork for the main main Darkseeker, the alpha male, but they look too cartoonish for me. When you see them face front, you can tell the CGI is obvious. They have these over-exaggerated and elongated mouths, like they just huge mouths, which really takes you out of it and takes that frightening aspect away from it. Other cons were the reasoning for leaving the island, why they want to leave the island. When Alice Braga's character comes into it with Charlie Tahan's character as well, they found Will Smith and they're going out of the city. They're leaving the city. But the reason behind it, I felt, was kind of like, it's one of those, just doesn't make sense. And the actual ending itself, I felt, was a little disappointing. The way it just kind of ended with a voiceover from Alice Braga's character, that did leave a lot to be desired. So it has lost a point for that. Like I said, the CGI of the Darkseekers and their mouths in particular, very cartoonish. I just could not get over that. And the reasoning and ending, the reasoning behind leaving Manhattan and the reasoning of why was just lost on me. Like, I just didn't personally like that one. The ending overall lost it. Now, once again, this is a theatrical edition, not the alternate ending. So I didn't actually watch that last night, and I haven't seen that in a long time, so I'm not going to touch on that. But feel free to give it a watch yourself and weigh up both the theatrical and the alternate. I probably will give the alternate version a watch very shortly and just measure it up myself. Overall, with this movie, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It does have some really good moments. Like I said, the actual film itself is really well made. The acting is superb. The deserted city, like the city as it's slowly going into ruin, looks phenomenal. So look, I highly recommend, if you have not seen it, give it a watch. And look, maybe give it another watch if you have seen it. Check out the alternate version if you can. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like I said previously, if you want to see me review a particular movie, drop a note down in the comments below. I will also leave my Instagram handle. I know a lot of people have been jumping on that to see my polls at the start of each week. I'll pop one up as to what movie I'll review the following week and post on YouTube. So look, thank you very much for watching today. Do appreciate it. If you can hit that like button and subscribe, that would be great. Like I said, if you're a new viewer, hit that subscribe button to get all the content that I do put out. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. And just on a separate note, I just want to point out that the Blu-ray actually has a whole bunch of special features. A lot of them are really good, a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So if you're into that, highly recommend you get a copy of the Blu-ray edition. Like I said, it's got the theatrical cut, the alternate cut, and so much, like hours and hours of special features. So highly recommend it.